Welcome to College Football 26, where legends rise, dynasties are built, and dreams can shatter in a single play. From the first kickoff to the final whistle of the national championship, we'll predict every record, crown every conference champion, and battle through every playoff showdown until one team stands alone as the ultimate champion. Will a powerhouse cement its legacy? Or will a fearless underdog shock the world with a Cinderella run for the ages? Buckle up. The road to glory starts now. This is College Football 26, where every snap counts and only one team will wear the crown. Here's the plan. We're fast-tracking straight to every conference championship across the nation. Once we get there, we'll break down each conference, revealing how College Football 26 predicts every team's record. And then it's time for the conference championship games. We're running full live simulations to see who comes out on top. First up, we're kicking things off with the ACC. And right out of the gate, we've got a shocker. The Duke Blue Devils run the table, finishing as the only undefeated team in the conference and locking up the number 1 seed. Their opponent in the ACC championship, the Miami Hurricanes, taking the number 2 spot. Meanwhile, Clemson lands in 3rd place, which honestly is a pretty surprising twist for a team that's usually in the title hunt. If you want to take a closer look at the full standings, go ahead and pause the video right here. Looking further down the list, I just can't see Stanford pulling off 4 conference wins this season, and Louisville doesn't even crack the rankings. These predictions for the ACC are, let's just say, interesting. Maybe College Football 26 knows something I don't. Now we turn to the American Athletic Conference, and this simulation delivers some real surprises. Tulane takes the title at 9-3, ranked 23rd, with Navy in 2nd, unranked, setting up a championship game between the two. Shockingly, Charlotte lands in 3rd after a 5-7 season. Memphis drops to 4th and barely finishes above 500, while North Texas jumps to 8-4. The biggest shock? Army, 12-2 and unbeaten in the conference last year, falls all the way to 4-8. I'm not buying that one. If I were adjusting, I'd keep Tulane as a contender, raise Memphis and Army, and drop UTSA. Pause if you want to study the standings, but this one's got enough twists to spark a serious debate. Now to the Big 12, last year's Chaos Conference. Arizona State shocked everyone last season when they went from a 3-9 record to ranking 4th in the nation and a playoff berth before falling to number 5 Texas 39-31. This sim has them repeating that magic, finishing number 1 and facing BYU in the Big 12 title game. Iowa State stays consistent. Baylor looks solid, Texas Tech might be overrated, and Cincinnati's jump feels ambitious. Surprises include Kansas State barely above 500, Colorado regressing, Arizona projected last, and Utah somehow at 4-8, which I just don't buy. Honestly, this Big 12 forecast feels more believable than the ACC or AAC predictions so far. Now let's break down the Big 10. Last season, Ohio State skipped the conference title game but went on to win the national championship. This simulation predicts a different story. Ohio State faces number 3 Penn State in the Big 10 championship, while number 5 Washington surprises with an 11-1 season, likely only losing to Ohio State in Seattle. Oregon drops to 14th, struggling after losing their star quarterback. Michigan rebounds to 10 wins, USC climbs to 9-3, and UCLA improves to 8-4. Meanwhile, Indiana, Iowa, and Illinois take a step back. Ohio State, Penn State, and Oregon are projected to go undefeated at home, while Ohio State, Washington, and Michigan sweep the road games. Dark horses Washington and USC lead the pack, with Indiana as a sleeper. Washington could win 11 games, maybe even go undefeated if luck favors them, while Oregon may struggle this season. Now let's break down Conference USA. Last season, Jacksonville State dominated, beating Western Kentucky 52-12, and this simulation predicts them to top the conference again, with Liberty as runner-up in the championship matchup. New Mexico State rebounds from 3-9 to 8-4 and goes undefeated at home. Kennesaw State jumps from 2-10 to 7-5 in just their second FBS season. Sam Houston may struggle to repeat last year's success, while new FBS teams Delaware and Missouri State show promising competitiveness. Overall, Jacksonville State and Liberty look like the strongest contenders, though surprises are always possible. Now let's break down the FBS independent teams. Last season there were 3 independents, but this year only 2 remain: Notre Dame and UConn. Notre Dame is clearly the powerhouse here, ranked 6th nationally, projected to go undefeated. On the other hand, UConn, after an impressive 9-4 season last year, is predicted to struggle in this simulation, falling to 4-8. That's a significant regression, showing how volatile independent programs can be without conference alignment. So, what do you think about these independent teams? Could UConn defy the odds, or will Notre Dame dominate once again? Now for the Mid-American Conference. Last season, Ohio crushed Miami 38-3 in the championship. This year, the simulation predicts no ranked teams, no undefeated squads at home or on the road, and 2 winless home teams. Western Michigan is projected to win the conference at 8-4, likely facing perennial powerhouse Ohio, who drops slightly to 8 wins. Miami falls to a losing record, while Buffalo remains a realistic contender. Ball State finishes 6-6. UMass may struggle in its first season, and Bowling Green and Northern Illinois could outperform expectations. Kent State might finally break its losing streak. The biggest surprise, Western Michigan reaching the championship. Now for the Mountain West Conference. Last season, Boise State made the playoffs, but fell to Penn State 31-14. In this simulation, they're projected to win the conference again, finishing 10-2 and ranked 20th, facing San Jose State with a 9-3 record in the championship, an improvement from last year's 7-6 record. Fresno State rebounds. UNLV is surprisingly predicted to struggle. Colorado State's projection seems fair, and New Mexico returns to mediocrity. Wyoming at 1-11 seems extreme, while Hawaii posting a winning record would be a big boost. Overall, the conference is competitive, but Boise remains the team to beat and the only realistic playoff contender unless another team has a perfect dramatic run. Now let's break down the Pac-12 Conference. This is the final season of the current Pac-12, with only 2 teams remaining before next year's expansion, which will add programs like Boise State and several other strong contenders. Last season, Oregon State was effectively the Pac-12 champion, winning the only head-to-head matchup despite a losing record. In this simulation, they remain the stronger team, the only one with a winning record. Interestingly, both teams play each other twice, home and away, outside a traditional championship setup, and Oregon State is predicted to win both games. Are you excited to see how the expanded Pac-12 will reshape the college football landscape next season? It's going to be fascinating to watch. Now let's break down the SEC. Last season, Texas led the conference with Georgia close behind, only for Georgia to pull off a 22-19 upset in the championship. Both made the playoffs, but Georgia fell in the quarterfinals and Texas in the semifinals to Ohio State. This simulation projects Georgia as the second-ranked team in the nation at 12-0, with Texas at 10-2 in second place. LSU drops to third, and South Carolina dips slightly. Vanderbilt downgraded to 3-9, while Alabama goes 9-3 and misses the playoffs. Missouri is solid. Kentucky improves marginally. Tennessee has a winning record, but stays out of contention. And Auburn struggles at 4-8. Overall, Georgia dominates the SEC, Texas chases, and a mix of surprises and underperformers fill out the conference. Now, let's break down the final conference, the Sun Belt. Last season, Marshall dominated the championship, beating Louisiana 31-3. This simulation, however, highlights Troy and Georgia Southern, winners of the West and East divisions. Troy bounces back to 7-5, while Georgia Southern posts a similar 7-5 record, reasonable given last season's 8-5 finish. Only James Madison cracks the top 25, yet misses the conference championship. Some predictions feel extreme. Marshall is pegged at 1-11 after going 10-3, which seems unlikely. Texas State finishes 8-4 in their final Sun Belt season, while Coastal Carolina struggles at 3-9, a plausible outcome. Overall, the Sun Belt shows competitive balance with a few surprises. Before we jump into the conference championships, let's check the college football playoff bracket. At the top, Ohio State and Georgia are undefeated at first and second, while Penn State sits third with one loss, and Duke, also undefeated, is fourth. Washington at 11-1 could face Boise at 10-2, and depending on whether Boise wins their conference championship, we'll see if they make the college football playoffs versus Washington or face someone else. Miami will clash with Duke in their conference championship, and Texas meets Georgia, another game that could alter the rankings. Notre Dame is number 6 and undefeated, and BYU faces Arizona State in the Big 12 championship, with the winner likely making the playoffs. Clemson's fate depends on their conference championship outcome, keeping the bracket dynamic. Now, let's dive into the conference championship games. The stage is set. The 23rd ranked team, the Tulane Green Wave, takes on the fearless Navy midshipman squad with everything to gain in the AAC championship game. We're underway in the AAC championship. Navy with the kickoff. Returner looking to make a play here. He's tackled. This is going to be an interesting game. Hopefully it's a good one. QB hands it to the back and he's tackled. 4th and inches, handoff to the back. But he's stopped behind the line. They are going to run it. First down, looking for more. Tulane lines up for the field goal. It's good. QB flicks the ball to the back, and he's going all the way. Touchdown, Navy midshipmen. Navy takes the American Conference Championship with a dominant 41-3 victory. What a blowout performance. Now it's time for the ACC championship game. The 9th-ranked Miami Hurricanes take on the undefeated 4th-ranked Duke Blue Devils. The winner punches their ticket to the playoffs. Everything's on the line. The winner secures a playoff spot, while the loser's fate remains uncertain. Let's go. Quarterback drops back, fires, and it's caught for a first down. 2nd and goal, QB fires to the side, and it's a touchdown Miami Hurricanes. Duke's quarterback under pressure throws into a tight window. Caught! Duke connects on their first touchdown pass. Miami's quarterback drops back to throw. First down. Next play. Shotgun snap, and it's a touchdown pass. A pass to the left. It's knocked away. Duke's quarterback drops back, finds a wide open receiver. Touchdown! Duke wins the ACC championship and punches their playoff ticket. Now it's the Big 12 championship game. 10th-ranked BYU faces 8th-ranked Arizona State. The winner likely securing a playoff spot, but for the loser, it's not guaranteed. Arizona State's pass is intercepted. BYU's quarterback drops back and hits a short 4-yard pass. The field goal is up, and it's good for BYU. Arizona State's quarterback, under pressure, throws short right, complete for minimal gain. It's a play action, pass is caught, and he picks up extra yards after the catch. It's a handoff on 1st and goal, touchdown Sun Devils. Here's the snap and is a quick pass for another ASU touchdown. BYU's quarterback drops back under pressure and he's sacked. Arizona State claims their 2nd straight Big 12 championship with a stunning win over BYU. Now it's the Big 10 championship. Number 1 Ohio State takes on number 3 Penn State. Both teams are in prime position for the playoffs with a win, and even a loss could keep their hopes alive. Returner looks for space, but he's brought down quickly. 1st and goal, they try to run it, stopped short. 2nd and goal, pass to the backfield, and it's a touchdown for the Ohio State Buckeyes. He drops back, looking deep, hit as he throws to a wide open man, and he's gone. Touchdown Ohio State. It's now 24-0. Penn State takes the snap, but it's a sack immediately. Ohio State wins the Big 10 championship and earns their spot in the playoffs. It's the Conference USA Championship, Liberty versus Jacksonville State. This one's all about the title, with no playoff spot on the line for either team. The returner is looking for space and is tackled right away. 3rd down, drops back, throws, caught for a first down. On first down, it's a play action and it's passed to the end zone, touchdown. Liberty passes to the left side and it goes nowhere. Field goal is up and good. Here comes a handoff. Minimal gain. On 2nd down, quarterback drops back and fires deep to the end zone. It's incomplete, but defensive pass interference is called. Next play, a handoff for a touchdown. On 2nd down, quarterback keeps it himself and scores another touchdown. Jacksonville State wins the Conference USA Championship game in blowout fashion. In the Mid-American Conference Championship, Western Michigan faces off against Ohio. Realistically, neither team is a strong playoff contender in this simulation. But in football, you never say never. Returner looks for space, but is met immediately and tackled. These teams are pretty evenly matched. Handoff to the left, and it's going to be a touchdown Ohio. On the next drive, QB takes the option and runs it in. Touchdown Western Michigan. Out of the gun, he throws left, caught, and makes a guy miss near the end zone. Next play, a touchdown run for Ohio. They mix it up with a pass, caught, and it's a touchdown for Western Michigan. Dropping back to potentially seal it, QB finds the end zone. Touchdown Ohio. That's the game. Ohio wins the Mid-American Conference Championship, and now we wait to see if they'll make the college football playoffs in this simulation. It's the Mountain West Championship. 20th ranked playoff hopeful Boise State takes on San Jose State, aiming to spoil their playoff dreams. Here's the kickoff. The returner brings it out, but is met and tackled immediately. Both teams known for their passing attacks. Back to pass, throw to the end zone, touchdown Boise State. Next drive, under pressure, the QB throws, and it's intercepted. He's going all the way for a pick six, touchdown Boise. First and goal, handoff, touchdown Broncos. Deep shot toward the end zone, incomplete. Later, finding no one open, the quarterback takes off and runs for a first down. Dropping back again, looking to pass. Touchdown San Jose State. On second down, a short pass complete. Fourth down, a throw to the end zone. Incomplete. Boise State wins the Mountain West Championship, giving them a strong shot at a playoff spot. The SEC Championship features the undefeated Georgia Bulldogs against the 11th ranked Texas Longhorns. Both teams have strong playoff hopes. This one is set to be a great battle. QB throws right, it's caught. Touchdown Texas. Next drive, pass left, and is incomplete. Pocket collapsing, throw complete. They try the ground game on fourth down, it's stopped. On 2nd and 10, the quarterback is sacked. Later, he drops back. It's a touchdown Texas. Georgia answers, QB throws, caught, touchdown Bulldogs. They run it in for another Georgia score, and the 2-point try fails. Texas responds with a strike to the end zone, touchdown. In the final minute, the quarterback drops back, and the pass is going to be complete for a huge gain. Second down, and it's going to be incomplete. Manning goes left, and it's going to be incomplete once again. Fourth down, and for the game, and it's incomplete. Georgia survives a wild one, wins the SEC championship, and earns a first-round playoff bye. The Sun Belt Championship features Georgia Southern and Troy, both unranked, and neither team has a shot at the college football playoffs. He powers into the end zone, touchdown. Troy's pass is going to be intercepted near the goal line. Georgia Southern goes deep, and it's going to be caught. Quarterback under pressure, hit as he throws it away. Troy's quarterback drops back, then takes off and runs it in for a touchdown. And the 2-point conversion is good. Georgia Southern wins the Sun Belt Championship by 2 scores, capping off a great season. Now that the regular season and conference championship games are complete, let's move on to the final college football playoff bracket. According to College Football 26, the predicted Heisman Trophy winner is quarterback Arch Manning, who put up an incredible season with 3,505 passing yards, 37 touchdowns, and a 72% completion rate. Absolute dominance. That season was crazy, but let's check out that final college football playoff bracket. The top 4 teams will get a bye, and that will be Ohio State, Georgia, Duke, and Arizona State. And there are the rest of the teams and matchups, and we're going to simulate here on College Football 26 to see who would win the national championship, going game by game with live scenarios. I just can't wait to see what's going to happen in this playoff bracket. Comment down below your predictions as you see the bracket for the next college football playoff. I would love to see all of your predictions down below. Without further ado, the road to the national championship game in Miami, Florida. Let the madness begin. In the first game of the college football playoff, the 5th seed Washington Huskies host the 12th seed Boise State Broncos. This one's set to be a good one. 4th and goal for Washington, and it's a pass and going to be a touchdown for the Huskies. On 3rd down, the quarterback drops back, fires deep left, caught for a Boise State touchdown. The Huskies strike again as the QB finds the end zone. Washington's quarterback drops back for yet another touchdown pass. Boise's field goal is blocked. Washington scoops it up. And can he go all the way? He's at the 40, at the 30, and takes it past the 10 before being brought down. That's the game. Washington advances to the quarterfinals to face Arizona State. In this college football playoff matchup, the 9th-seeded LSU Tigers take on the 8th-seeded Clemson Tigers, two evenly matched teams, and this should be a great one. LSU with the ball looking left and is intercepted by Clemson. Clemson takes over. The QB scrambles left, looks to throw, but keeps it himself. Touchdown Tigers. LSU answers with a handoff to the left. Touchdown LSU. LSU back to pass. Sacked by Clemson. Clemson fires deep right to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. A short run sets up a field goal, and the field goal is up and is going to be good. Under a minute to go, LSU connects downfield for a first down, but on the next play, the QB is picked off again. That seals the game for LSU. Clemson wins and advances to face Ohio State in the next round. In this college football playoff matchup, the 11th seed SMU Mustangs face the 6th seed Penn State Nittany Lions. Both teams bring an interesting battle to the field. SMU starts with the ball, throws left, the ball is caught, and it's going to be a touchdown to start the game. Penn State responds, QB scrambles, and finds the end zone. Touchdown Penn State. SMU throws right for a short gain, and is brought down instantly, then hands it off for another touchdown. SMU quarterback throws to the right and doesn't get much yards out of it. Penn State answers with a handoff. It's a touchdown to take the lead. Later, their quarterback drops back, throws to the 1-yard line, and the next play is a handoff for another Penn State touchdown. Now it's 32-20. 4th and 7, SMU needs a first down to stay alive. It's incomplete. That's the game. Penn State wins 32-20 and moves on to the quarterfinals to face Duke. In the final first-round college football playoff game, the 7th seed Notre Dame Fighting Irish take on the 10th seed Miami Hurricanes. Miami starts, throws left, it's incomplete. Notre Dame's quarterback scrambles but is sacked. Miami goes deep left into the end zone. It's intercepted by Notre Dame. Big momentum shift. Notre Dame scrambles again, but is sacked. They settle for a field goal. It's good. Miami responds with a handoff to the right, and it's a touchdown. Now they lead by 9 points. Later, another Miami handoff. It's a touchdown. Notre Dame drives, QB drops back. It's a first down pass. The Notre Dame quarterback hands the ball off for a touchdown. Now it's a one-score game. With under 30 seconds left, the QB throws left, and it's caught, and the receiver is tackled at the 4-yard line. 25 seconds to go, he fires to the end zone. Touchdown Notre Dame. They take the lead with 24 seconds left. 16 seconds remain. Miami throws. It's intercepted by Notre Dame. That's the game. Notre Dame pulls off an incredible comeback and advances to the quarterfinals to face Georgia in what was a thrilling matchup. In the first quarterfinal matchup, 4th seed Arizona State Sun Devils face 5th seed the Washington Huskies. This one could go either way. Let's see who comes out on top. Washington's QB looks for an open man, escapes the sack, and takes it into the end zone. Touchdown Huskies. Later, another pass into the end zone. It's a touchdown Washington. Score now 13-3. Near halftime, Washington connects again, advancing to the 1-yard line, and on the next play, pass left, caught, touchdown Washington. Heading into halftime, it's 20-3. Late in the third, it's a handoff. The runner jumps over a defender. Touchdown Washington. This game is turning into a blowout. Arizona State drives with 5 minutes left. A catch gets them to the 1-yard line, and on the next play, it's QB sneak, touchdown Sun Devils, and it's too little too late. Washington dominates and moves on to the semifinals to face either Clemson or Ohio State. The Rose Bowl features the 8th seed, the Clemson Tigers, against the number 1 seed, the Ohio State Buckeyes. This promises to be one of the most complete and intense games in this simulation so far. Ohio State drops back, sacked instantly. On the next play, same drive, another sack in their own end zone. It's a safety. Clemson takes over, finds a man at the 1-yard line, hands it off, touchdown Tigers. Later, a handoff gets stopped, but the field goal is good. Clemson drives again on the option. The quarterback runs it all the way for another touchdown. They continue moving the chains with a first down run. QB looks downfield under pressure and is sacked. Ohio State responds, a pass to the left for a first down, then a handoff. Touchdown Buckeyes. Now it's a game in the final quarter. Clemson drives downfield, throws incomplete, but on the next play, he runs to the left and throws to the left side, and the pass is going to be caught. It's a touchdown. Fourth down, 1:29 left. Ohio State connects for a first down, keeps the drive alive, drops back, throws deep, wide open, caught. He's going all the way! Touchdown, Ohio State. 10 seconds left. Clemson needs a miracle. First down catch. On the next snap, it's going to be intercepted. Ohio State survives, advancing to the semifinals against Washington. What an incredible, nail-biting game that came down to the wire. In this playoff matchup, 6th seed Penn State takes on 3rd seed Duke. The winner of this game moves on to face either Notre Dame or Georgia. Duke starts with a handoff. It's going to be a touchdown, taking the lead. Penn State responds, first and goal. It's a touchdown for Penn State. Penn State kicks a field goal, and it's going to be good. With just 1:22 left, Duke hands it off and races in for a game-sealing touchdown. Final score, Duke 34, Penn State 20. Duke advances to the semifinals against either Georgia or Notre Dame. Not a blowout, but it wasn't as close as I expected in this simulation. In the final game of the college football playoff quarterfinals, 7th-ranked Notre Dame faces the 2nd-ranked team in Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Both teams come in undefeated, but with contrasting styles. Notre Dame dominant on the ground, Georgia through the air. Georgia strikes first with a touchdown pass into the end zone. The QB throws to the left side, and he runs into the end zone for a touchdown Notre Dame. Quarterback drops back and fires to the left side for a short gain going out of bounds. The Irish throw to the left, and it's going to be intercepted by Georgia. And he's going to be tackled. The Bulldogs capitalize. The quarterback fires down the middle for a first down, finding the end zone again to extend the lead. It's 3rd down and Notre Dame drops back and is going to be sacked for a loss. On 3rd and inches with 1:20 left, they go deep. And it's incomplete. They settle for a field goal, and it's good. Then they attempt an onside kick, but it's going to be recovered by Georgia. Notre Dame gets one last chance after a defensive stop. The Irish move the chains twice in the final seconds, but the drive ends with another interception. Georgia survives and advances to the semifinals against Duke. In the first semifinal of the college football playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes face the Washington Huskies in the Peach Bowl, a rematch of Washington's only loss this season, and the winner advances to the national championship game. Ohio State runs it in for a score and strikes first. Then Washington is going to answer with a handoff and a long touchdown run to tie it. Touchdown Washington. The Huskies QB drops back to pass, then throws a deep bomb into the end zone, and it's going to be an incredible catch for a touchdown. That could have been the best overall pass for a touchdown so far in this simulation. So what do you guys think about that? With just over 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, Ohio State closes the gap with a touchdown pass. With 5 minutes left in the game, Ohio State scores on a 20-yard pass to the right to take the lead. Ohio State can win the game with a first down. It's stopped. Washington has the ball, and it's 4th down. It's a pass. Caught for a first down. They convert to keep hope alive. 3rd down, the quarterback drops back, and he's going to be stripped of the ball. Washington recovers. Washington drops back to pass and is caught, but the receiver steps out of bounds, way short of the marker. That's it. Ohio State wins and heads to the national championship for the 2nd straight year, where they'll meet either Duke or Georgia. The final semifinal matchup decides who will face Ohio State in the national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs versus the Duke Blue Devils. Stakes couldn't be higher in this game. Duke strikes first as the quarterback fires to a receiver at the 10, who breaks free and takes it to the house. Touchdown Duke. Georgia answers immediately. A strike into the end zone for a touchdown to grab the lead. Duke tries to respond with a deep shot into the end zone, and the catch is ruled out of bounds. In the final quarter, Georgia moves the ball to the 1-yard line, and on the next play, they punch it in for another score. A pair of field goals stretches their lead to 33-17. With just 32 seconds left, Duke drives to the 2-yard line, and then on the next play scores a touchdown to make it 33-24. But it's too little too late. Georgia wins and advances to the national championship to face Ohio State. It's the national championship game. The Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Georgia Bulldogs. This one has all the makings of a classic. Let the national championship game begin. Ohio State kicks off. The returner brings it out and is looking for space, but he's stopped and tackled immediately. First play for Georgia, the quarterback drops back and passes, and it's intercepted by Ohio State. Huge early momentum swing, but on 4th and 1, the Buckeyes' pass falls incomplete, turnover on downs, and Georgia takes over. The Bulldogs strike first with a field goal to go up 3-0. Ohio State answers with a drive of their own. The QB is looking to throw and he fires to the left side and it's caught. Could he score? He's tackled close to the 10. Next play, the quarterback throws to a wide open man and it's overthrown, kicking a field goal to tie it 3-3. Georgia responds in style, finding the end zone through the air. Touchdown Bulldogs. By halftime, they've built a commanding 17-3 lead. Late in the third quarter, Georgia fires a deep pass to the right side and is caught, but the hit makes him drop it incomplete. A deep pass sets them up inside the red zone and they punch it in for a touchdown to make it 17-10 heading into the final quarter. Georgia isn't rattled. They methodically drive the field and connect for another touchdown to go up 2 scores. Georgia can ice the game with either a first down or any score. With 2 minutes to go, a Georgia field goal stretches the lead to 3 scores. With 1:43 seconds left, Ohio State throws it for a first down and is met and tackled right away. Ohio State drops back to pass, he throws it, and it's going to be picked off by Georgia. That's going to end any hope of making a comeback for them. That interception seals the game. The Georgia Bulldogs 27 and the Ohio State Buckeyes 10. The Bulldogs are your national champions. A dominant performance to cap off an incredible run. And that's a great way to close out this simulation. If you enjoyed this deep dive into College Football 26, don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts or predictions, and subscribe for more in-depth sports analysis and simulation breakdowns. Your support helps me keep bringing these exciting season previews and playoff predictions straight to you. For more content and much more, please click up here to dive into more videos. And thank you so much for watching. Your support is really appreciated. I'm Sportstigator, and I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, keep loving sports.